Hello and welcome to Elizabeth's Craft Room. So if you usually come along to see things like this and see things like this, you might want to give this video a miss. But this is all about kind of organising how I run my business using a planner. And some of my fellow demonstrators have asked me to put this together. So I thought I would just share a little bit about how I do this. First of all, I use a planner from a company called Erin Condren, an American company, and you can completely design your planner. So I've actually chosen this, which is She Designed a Life She Loved. This really works for me as a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I get to do my dream job full time. So this really could not be better in terms of describing my life. So you get to choose these interchangeable covers and you can have more. Inside here we've got beautiful vellum sheet, and again a little change that I've made, and this video is greatly about the changes that I've made, is I have added in the Stampin' Up! Statement of the Heart onto this page, because I think it's really important about what I do, and I just thought it went beautifully under that vellum. It looks like it was designed to go there. So that's just been printed out. We then go on to an overview of, and we're going from July 15 to December 16, so you can just sort of see an overview. I'll probably just use this for marking in any holidays and special events, so I can see an overview, but I haven't used that as yet. This piece here now actually comes blank in terms of these little file pieces, and it's for, you can use it for whatever you want to. You can use it for goal setting and so on, but I decided I wanted it the months of the year and all the things that are going on in the Stampin' Up! Year. So I've used, again from Stampin' Up!, I've used the Project Life stamps, and I've actually used these down here, these stamps down here, to do the January, February, March, and actually put them on. And then I've used some Stampin' Up! Markers, because I can get these to match. Isn't this fantastic? It's actually matched the colours. So I've actually got this. I'm a bit OCD. You will, if you don't know me, you will start to learn that. So the colours all kind of match the headings that are on there anyway from Erin Condren. So this gives me an overview of what's happening all through the year and when I'm planning my all-day team trainings and things like that. I've actually started this book in August because I didn't get it until right at the end of July, but this was the July front page, and If You Can Dream It, You Can Do It is my kind of strapline. My team are called the Dazzling Dreamers because I totally believe in this saying, which was originally a quote from Walt Disney, and it just happens to be right at the front of the book, so that definitely had to stay. At the front of each month in the book, there are a couple of, there is a blank page. I'm actually using that. It's a lined page, but I'm actually using that for my special classes for that month. I do them, probably now I'm doing about 8 special classes a year, and this gives me enough space to put 2 days of that special class, an evening one and a daytime one, and to record who's coming, what I'm charging, who's paid, and I've got those at the front of each month. I've also made some, using the window sheet from Stampin' Up, I've also made some custom dividers, so I can go to these very quickly, and these are on, this is from Erin Condren, these are on a repositionable coil clip, which just pops in and out. They're really strong, and it means I can move this from special class to special class as we go through the year and find those things really easily. If I turn to the next page, I'm not going through the whole diary in case you're wondering. I'm just going to give you an overview of kind of how these are laid out. We get a month spread, and I use this for actually planning and seeing what I'm going to do during that month. The first thing I always do is to block off with washi tape the part that's on here that it does not refer to this month. So this is like my July part. Last year I didn't do that, and I used to get muddled and think that I had extra days, which I didn't, or I had to write things in twice on both months so I knew what was going on. So I've just decided to blank those off, and that makes it easier for me. I'm now just looking at the whole month. So on labels I put in where my classes are going to be, those special classes that I mentioned, where they are, my team training. I also do all my admin work on a Monday, so I've got my admin things in there. And then I work out in blue where I'm going to do my design, set up, clear up from my classes and my workshops. I've also got some training with my upline there, and my team are coming to team training. I've got a rare day off. I don't usually have very many of those, but that's my choice. As a Stampin' Up demonstrator, you can do as much or as little as you like. I'm full-time and this is my whole income, so I kind of work this like a regular job. You will see, though, that my Sundays are blank. I try not to work on a Sunday. Over on the left-hand side, there's the goals for the month, and I actually put there what designs I need to do. This is a prep month. I have 3 of the prep months a year where I'm kind of looking ahead with one of our new catalogues. This one's going to be for our autumn winter, so I've got lots of design to do that month. So I do a little list, and then I can tick things off as I go through the month. The book comes with a today, let's bring that down, a today ruler. These are really strong. I've still got last year's, so I've turned last year's into a next class one, which I'll show you in a minute. And this these labels I've done on the top with a just a label maker and some clear tape on the top. And I'll just move along. We'll have a little look at this page here. This is a fairly standard week when I'm doing classes. So other things I've changed. In the top corner, with the calendar last year, the diary last year, there was a little calendar in this corner, which honestly I didn't use very much. This year they've taken it out and they've put in a gratitude area that you can write what you're grateful for. I'm grateful for an immense amount of stuff, but it's always the same stuff pretty much. So I decided instead, as I've got a goal to lose some weight, that I would use this as a little tracker to say whether I'd done my exercise and I had tracked my Weight Watchers points for the week. And so I can just tick those off to say that I've done it. My target for my run is 3 runs a week. So I've put 7 just in case I get carried away, but at least it gives me a little place to record that stuff. Down the side, I've got stuff that I'm focusing on this week. So last week, there was my focus things, and anything that doesn't get done on there, I carry over to the next week. My Monday mornings are all fairly standard, where I do my paperwork. So I've actually made these little, like this one, I've actually made this on Word and actually put tick boxes for the standard things that I do on a Monday morning. And then again, I've got lists of other things that are going on that day. I use post-it notes stuck in there for temporary things, and I've got on there that I'm going to be doing a pre-order, so I'm going to be doing some ordering late that night, and I've got some other bits that I mustn't forget to get, so I've just added those on there.